Okay, Amanda, it's just you and me. Excellent. We'll see who else joins us. Oh, look how pretty you look. It's Friday.
Yay.
How are
Long
you?
weekend too.
How are you doing? Oh, no, someone else is coming, but I don't know what this says. I think it just says someone's phone number, but I don't know who that is. So we'll see who it is. Anyways, so Amanda is my editor, and she is my person who helps me with my publishing company. And without her, I have nothing. Without her, I am nothing. No. And we are actually currently working on a bunch of different books. Oh my gosh. Anyways, it's all good. I need to get writing. I know. And yeah, so I always need someone who's going to keep me in line. And Rosemary, thank you for joining us. You need to put your name on there so I know who you are, because I'm like going, I don't recognize numbers. I haven't
I'm
been.
afraid I had to jump on via my phone, so I'm
That's,
going to have to figure out how to change that.
yeah, okay. Well, it actually looks pretty good because usually you must be inside because usually I don't have phones. So is your laptop not working or you're just
Yeah,
it's
correct.
wow. Okay, yeah, time for a new laptop.
Give me a moment. I'll try and change that.
It's all good. So we are going to talk. Well, I do want to talk briefly about my next book. So I have a series of 12 books, and this will be book number 8. So where was book number 7? So here's book number 7. This was in March, we did this book, and it's Business Goddesses, and it's part of the Self Empowerment Reset group. So I have the Self Empowerment Reset group is going to be 12 books, and this will be book number 8, and it's called Entrepreneur Secrets. So if you're interested in writing, you're a little bit too scared to write a whole book, or you just like writing a chapter, that's fantastic. Come and talk to me. And I have about 3 more spaces left in the book. And we're going to have a deadline until about the end of May. And then in June, it needs to come out because I have another book that I'm working on. And then immediately after that, we're going to have a healing book. So a book on health and wellness. And so if you are that person, definitely come and talk to me because we're going to start accepting chapters. I know Amanda's going to kill me because she's got like file, Marianne everywhere. I know I don't make things easy for anyone. That's why I'm so awesome. Anyway, it's all good. So anyway, so if you're interested in writing that, that is amazing. But today we're going to talk about this company here. And so in the US, we do have this amazing product, the skincare. This is my favorite poster in the whole company. Even though I do not have access to this in Canada, I still love this poster and I love it because the color is my favorite and it makes me look good and I like it and I like what it says. I like everything about it. So that's why I have it. If I ever learn how to switch it around, which I don't know how to do that, but I did manage to switch it around on some other Zoom and I think it just did it automatically, but I don't really know how to do it. So if someone's techie enough, they can help me. That's fine. The skincare is actually available in the US and in various parts of Europe. So this is a European company. It comes out of Moldova. And Moldova is a small country very close to the Ukraine. And in Europe, they have higher standards of what they allow into their products. And in Eastern Europe, they have even higher standards. So this is a good thing. The reason the skincare company came along was because the owner's wife was pregnant and she was looking for a skincare that had no chemicals in it and she couldn't find one anywhere. So this particular line, most of it is made in Germany and some of it is made in Switzerland. which are two of the best countries that you'd want to have things made in. Obviously, they make very good things in both of those countries. So there's no chemicals and it's all pure. It's beautiful. And they're also packaged in glass bottles, but not just any glass bottles, but Venetian glass. So they are very vibrationally aware for my health and wellness people who are also equally vibrationally aware. This is a very high vibration product, very high, packaged well, presented well, and absolutely amazing. I did have to go to the US. I did order some, and then when I go to the US, I send it off to someone's house or wherever it is I'm going. And that's how I get my product for now, until it gets into Canada, and it will at some point. The company is relatively newish. No, I don't want to say new completely to Canada, but I just came back from Arizona and we were celebrating 5 years in the US. So it's been in Canada just a little bit less than that, about 4-ish years. And that's it. So we're going to talk more about the supplements because they're sort of the main focus, and the supplements come in a variety of really pretty colors. I need a purple one. Then they look complete. Look how pretty they are. Wouldn't you rather take these than a pill that's going to taste like sawdust? Right? So, there's two of you, Rosemary. Awesome. And so the first thing that you need to know is that they are lozenges, and you would suck on them so they get absorbed mucosally through your mouth because they're sitting inside of your mouth for quite some time. So that's the first thing you need to know. They taste amazing. You can ask the other girls, they can just nod their head because I know the other girls have also tried a lot of them. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about some of the testimonials and some of our experiences with the product. The product is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to tell you a little about the business side of it because I've now been doing it for a little over 2 years. I just came back. Well, I guess it's coming up to 2.5 years, right? What are we in, May? Yeah, not quite there yet, but close. And I just came back from Arizona with 3 awards. So I'm super, super excited. I am Canada's best recruiter, top recruiter for now. I'm hoping that someone who's going to join my team is going to take that role and title away from me. So that's my hope. And the company is phenomenal, and the business reason that I like it is not only can you make some really good money with it, because we do have the top compensation package, period. I've been doing MLMs for probably well over 30 years. I have done some of the top ones. I'm not going to mention names, but I've done some of the top ones that you will know, and I've said no to a lot of the top ones that you would know. A lot of the top ones aren't even around anymore. Some of them come out for a year or 2, 3, they don't work. It just doesn't happen. We have some really great things that are happening in our company. Not only do we have the top compensation package, so just to let you know, 63% of everything the company makes off of what I do, I make 63, not the company. So to me, that's amazing. I have the company, they do marketing, I can do some of my own. They give me a website. In fact, I have 2 websites. They give me marketing, like everything. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go to Health Canada. I don't have to go to FDA. I don't have to do any of that. They're a well-established company. They're well-known around the world. Their reputation is super awesome. They have great products. I don't have to do anything. I love it. It's better than having my own company, because 63% is, I probably wouldn't even make that much if I was running my own thing. So first of all, that part is amazing. Second, 2.5 years, and I've already won 5 free trips from the company. So 5 free trips. Oh, and there goes my hand. 5 free trips. I've never had that. I have won trips in other companies, but I've never had 5 in such a short amount of time. As an entrepreneur, who pays for your vacation? You do. I do, and you do. Nobody gives me anything for free. This is what I get for free. This is the most amazing thing, right? So anyways, the options are out there. They're beautiful. The company is great. It's a great group of people. We're growing in Canada. It's the newest out of all of those. I mean, we've got other countries, but we're really looking to grow Canada. In fact, I just did a presentation with a colleague of mine who's actually on another team, which is another really amazing thing about the company is even though we're on separate teams, we did a presentation on Canada together, which I love. I love that whole let's be grown-ups and get along and play well in the sandbox, because what's this, my team, your team, you're not part of, no, I don't want to hear about that. That's not what this world is about. That has nothing to do with my mission in life. So also this, I think we almost all 3 of us have one. I don't know if Rosemary, if you're wearing yours, but this pendant came out, mine needs to be cleaned. And I forgot to put it out for the new moon because I was so busy. So this pendant, I'm going to start with this for the products. Has a volcanic ash from Japan in it, and quartz crystal inside, and some other wonderful energies. And it just helps you balance. It helps the whole body balance. So whatever needs to be done. So maybe it'll keep you calmer. Maybe it'll give you more energy. It depends on what you need. We have so many products, but I did put 5 aside. We'll see how much, we might have more time. So we'll see, but I did want to talk about these just briefly. So HRT is for the heart. Makes sense, right? So one of the things that it helps with is, well, I know my friend takes it and she's had 4 heart attacks. So nothing has happened since she's been taking this. So it somehow has helped her balance it out. I have another friend who had 1 heart attack when she was significantly younger than she should have been having a heart attack, that's for sure. And she said it has helped her a lot. I find that it really helps with the circulation, the blood circulation in your body. So I'm just going to leave it at that. People who have bad circulation, you know who you are and you know what to do. So these taste amazing. I take 1 every day if I can. I do take breaks. When I go away on trips, I try not to take every single one I take. I have specific ones that I take. So I always on a plane will take, and I don't know why I don't have it now. Yeah. Does anybody have an SLD? One of you ladies, do you have an SLD handy? Oh, Amanda, there you go. That SLD, me and the airplane, we are now friends. Before that, we weren't friends with my feet. And now we are, because this is an anti-inflammatory that allows me to go on a plane and have my feet normal. and my legs, I guess, but more my feet and my hands sometimes too. You know how everything swells up when you're on a plane. So I did want to talk about the HRT because not everybody knows that we have it. And then a PFT, because this is now part of the longevity one. And PFT is super important. We just did a relaunch with it. This is our weight loss product. This product is like Pac-Man. It's like Pac-Man for visceral fat. It will eat away at the fat around your belly. It's the fat that surrounds itself around your liver, around your kidney, like around your organs, and suffocates them. So it doesn't allow them to operate at full potential. So sometimes when people say, oh, you know, I get older and my liver's not working as well as it did, or now I'm in menopause. Yes, because now we have some visceral fat that has wrapped itself around it because we're older and, you know, our metabolism, we've we've toxified our body. So gosh, now I should look for the oh, I do have MLS here. Okay, good. So anyways, so that's what this one does. And I wanted to speak to you on this one. We used 4 of these, or I think we used 4 in 1 month when it first came out last year. And we did like a weight loss thing, a whole bunch of us. Now, I had a birthday in that month, not mine, but I had a birthday to go to and a wedding to go to. So I cheated twice, okay? And I still lost 16 pounds. That's 6. Even though 2 days I massively, massively cheated. And there wasn't any gym workouts. There wasn't anything. The only thing they told us is to make sure that we go out for a walk for about a half an hour or so, or throughout the day, you know, as you wish. I have to walk throughout the day anyways, because I have a dog, so I don't really have a choice, and I live in a condo, so there's no backyard for me to lean on. And as far as detox goes, I can't say enough about this. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say how many. This is a really good parasite killer. I may not be allowed to say this. I hope that everyone's going to be okay with this, but a lot. You can DM me and I will give you the actual number. It is in the hundreds. That's all I'm going to say, but not the 100s, the more hundreds. This product will clean up your microbiome like nobody's business. It really will. And I want to talk about beauty because it's important, because there's collagen making ingredients in here that will help your body to make its own collagen. So not only is it good for your skin, but it's excellent for your ligaments and your tendons as they get weaker as we get older as well. And so hugely important. Also will help your hair and nails grow. And also, if you are in menopause like I am still somehow, your hair will get dry. This is better than conditioner because this makes my hair normal and conditioned and pretty and not look like scruffy. I used to have to curl it because it was so dry that it looked horrible. And this, coupled up with a really good conditioner, you have nothing to worry about. I do not want today to go by or any day without talking about my favorite new product. This is my new miracle worker. If anyone has a brain, maybe have a look for it and see if there's a brain. I can't seem to find one. I'm sure I have one. I just don't have one nearby. But I want to talk to you about this product. This is our stem cell regenerator and telomere extender. Listen up if you don't know what that is. Stem cells. Okay, we're going to get to the brain in a minute, so you can put it down for now. So this will help you regenerate your stem cells. Regenerating your stem cells makes you go younger. I don't care what anybody says. You can fight me on this all you want. This is my aging backwards. Since I've been taking this for the last 2.5 now, 3 months almost, I have felt significantly more energetic and much better in general, period. End of story. This is a strong and great product. It also helps to extend telomeres. As we get older, our telomeres get shorter. Now, if you don't know what telomeres are, because most people don't, if you think of a shoelace is like your nerve, and the little plastic thing at the end is like your telomere. So that's the little nerve ending at the end of your nerve. That gets shorter and shorter and disappears with people who have dementia. I have given this to people coupled up with the brain, Rosemary. This combo here, and I'm not going to say it's going to do this for you. I'm just saying this is what it did for my friend's sister. She had advanced dementia. She was already like advanced Alzheimer's. She hadn't been able to recognize her sister for 2 years. She took just the BRN, and we added this, and she sat down and she could, so when she was giving her the BRN, which is for the brain, for the nerves, for everything to do with the brain. If you have tumors, there's a lot of people that have tumors that are non-cancerous. They're just, lumps of lymphatic, all kinds of different things going around. So this will help with everything pretty much. And it works on the nervous system period. So she had some clarity. So she got clarity maybe for like an hour. She could sit down with her sister. I think one day they spoke. She was giving her 3 of those a day. Can you hold it up again, Rosemary? And she was giving her these 3 a day. Can you center it, please? Thank you. So she was giving her this 3 times a day. And she started to recognize her. We started giving her these as well for maybe, I don't know how far, maybe 2-3 weeks into it. And her friend my friend came over to see her sister, and she recognized her, and they sat down and they had a 5.5-hour conversation about where they were from. They were from a small country, Indonesia. So like there was, areas where she could actually remember. So these 2 products, can you hold it up again, please? These 2 products, miraculous. That's all I'm going to say. But she goes, if that's all I got with her for the last 2 years, she goes, I'd be grateful for that. But she goes, now she doesn't recognize her 24 hours a day. This isn't going to make, I'm not saying that it's going to make dementia disappear. I'm just saying this is what it did for her. And telomeres are the ones that get shorter and shorter, and they're to blame pretty much for dementia. So this is like a win-win situation. But not just that, but there's like I feel more happier, I feel more energetic, I feel like my body responds better. It's just, life is just better with this. That's all I'm going to say. This is such a miraculous product. And this is going to work on whatever you have. Like whatever you have. It doesn't matter what you have. Because it's working on stem cells. So it's going to work on everything. So that's what I'm going to say. And now we're going to talk to the girls. Amanda, I know, is on a bit of a time schedule. Actually, you're both on a bit of a time schedule. Who wants to go first? I'll leave it up to you. Who wants to talk first about your experiences?
If Rosemary could go first, that would be awesome. Sorry, I'm just dealing with my throat right now.
Go for it, Rosemary. Let's hear it.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Or good afternoon, I guess now. I was introduced to APLGO approximately, it'd be almost 2 years ago now. And one thing I always like to say is that, we all get introduced to all of these programs, all of these wellness, big things that are amazing, the newest and the best. And, I went in there with skepticism, like anybody would. And I offered to try it. And I tried it for a couple of different things that I was dealing with. And one of them was breathing, allergies, sinuses. And the second one was my bones and issues around bone density. I started with the, I started with the alt, which is for the allergies, for breathing, all of those things. And I started taking them at night before I was going to bed. And I'm one of these people that just about every night I'm stuffed up, can't breathe. And I think one morning after a couple of days of using that or taking it, I actually woke up and my sinuses were totally clear, which is unusual. And I was actually breathing very well. So without question, this product worked. No question about it. The second one was to do with my bones and bone density. Osteopenia, I think I was diagnosed with. And I started taking the SLD and the STP. The SLD, I think Marianne already mentioned it, is for inflammation. And the STP, thank you, Amanda, is more for the pain, muscle pain, aches and pains. And I started taking those as well. Now, a little side story. I never wear heels because of my bones. I always wear flats. And on a particular occasion, about a year and a half ago, I decided I wanted to buy myself a couple of things that were new and enjoy this event. And one of those was getting a new pair of flats. Well, when I was in the shoe store, I found a pair of heels that I absolutely fell in love with. And I thought, I'm going to try them, take them with me, and see how long I actually last going to this event, which, if you know events, you're up and you're down, you're sitting, you're standing, you're walking, you're moving all day long. I put them on in the morning, and it was about mid-afternoon. I was approached by someone that said, "Gee, Rose, I've never seen you in heels before, and you look fabulous in them." And I realized at that moment, I'd already been in those heels since about 9 o'clock in the morning. So this was mid-afternoon, and I was pain-free. So, oh my gosh, I use it all the time now. Whenever I'm going out and I need to deal with my pain and my bones and all that stuff, I take my SLD and my STP. Those are my testimonials to this product. I use them every day, and I swear by them. Thank you.
Yeah, I love that heel story. That's the best thing ever. That you can't even make that up. Like, who's gonna even think of that? Like, how wonderful is that? Right?
And for someone to actually point it out to you, because I totally forgot. I was so busy with everything going on, and I at that point realized that my back wasn't aching, my legs weren't aching, and I was okay. I was comfortable.
Right?
Yes, I was getting tired. Those things are normal. But as far as the aches and pains, thank you. It was wonderful.
Right?
I'm so blessed with that. Those supplements. I love them.
I just want to say Rosemary works, she does one of the things. She's a mortgage agent. Hello, if you need a mortgage. She's a mortgage agent with a brokerage.
25 years, actually.
But she also does events. Like we have a very large convention center here in Toronto, so she frequently will go down there. So large meaning there's a lot of walking around. I used to work some of those trade shows and have booths there and work with people who had booths. And if I wasn't working, I would just go to the show. Just going to the show, you will get exhausted because it's vast. It's huge. It's like there's so much walking. The floor is hard. So that speaks volumes. Like if you know where she was at.
Just last week, I spent 4 days at the Metro Convention Center here in Toronto. And it is, for those that know the building, it is massive. And I was there 3 days, actually working it, and all day long, standing and sitting and moving and walking, even just walking from one area to another, or to get out of the building and go outside is a huge undertaking. In fact, I was counting my steps. If I can just add to that, on the 3 days, each day I did approximately 11,009, almost 12,000 steps each day for 3 days.
That's a lot of steps for someone who's supposed to be sitting there. But you have to also get there, right? Like there's the subway, there's and because it's downtown Toronto, it's hard to drive down there. It's crazy.
Well,
but
even just walking from one area of the event to another.
Just going to the bathroom, from the door to the bathroom, like even that, never mind anything else. But yeah, huge. It's just, if you know where she was, then you would understand even more how awesome this is. And yeah, I love that. I love stories like that, and other things too. I mean, we all use, you know, a lot of the other products, and I've used all of the products. I've tried all of them. I don't, the ones that I probably use the least is probably Relax, because I don't really need, I don't really need much help sleeping. I'm more like, I go after a 16-hour day. I usually end up falling asleep on the couch. That's usually my problem. So Relax isn't so much for me. However, I do give Relax to my dog, my anxiety riddled little 10-and-a-half-year-old mini schnauzer. Mini schnauzers in itself are just crazy high energy little, you know, monkeys, and he does not like to be groomed. So I need to give him one about 2 hours before we go so he can calm down a bit. And then I give him one more about 45 minutes before the appointment hits, and then she can groom him. So it works. And sometimes if I have to leave him for like 3, 4, 5 hours, then I give him a Relax. But yeah, you know, and me, I will take Relax with me on a trip, because sometimes, you know, time change. Like we were in Arizona, they're 3 hours behind us. At 8 o'clock, it was 11 o'clock for me. That's my let's go to bedtime, you know. By 9 o'clock, it was midnight for us Easterners. It was so funny because we're all like yawning and trying to hide, you know, that we're tired and stuff. But sometimes, you know, you're traveling and you might not be able to sleep. Although that's also hard, because if I'm at a conferences are tiring. Like they're, and especially we were speaking and oh, just everything. Like it was huge, and they were long days. So yeah. Anyway, so that's that. So let's go over. Thank you so much for that, Rosemary. Amanda, do you want to share some of your wonderful stories?
Yeah. So, first of all, I started on with APLGO. I've been now with them over a year, and I first started with the GTS. And the issue that I first came with was that I drank a lot of energy drinks. I had a lot of caffeine. And so when you take a lot of caffeine, you have highs and lows, and you're all over the place, and then you have that crash and burn, right? So that doesn't feel very good. So and of course the sugar and energy drinks, and then you know all of the things that come with that territory. So I was able to get off of energy drinks using the STP and the GTS. And this one is good for people who are trying to like quit stuff, like maybe they're trying to quit smoking or they're trying to quit whatever. And this kind of helps with that. But most importantly, these ones are good for energy and strength and endurance. So you're not getting that constant fatigue. So these are the products that I originally started with. But of course, I think we have 19 products now, and I love all of them. But the last couple of weeks, I've had to take a lot of Relax because me and Marianne and everybody, we have been working like crazy hours trying to get these books out and get all these projects kind of done. So I need a lot of Relax because that's just me. So I love the Relax because my thing is that when I know I have a lot of things to do, I can't shut my brain off. So I will not sleep until I'm done. And sometimes I need that extra little kick to slow down and go to bed, because no, you're no good to anybody when you're tired and you're overworked and you're making mistakes and things are not good. So that's why I love the Relax, and that I actually tracked my sleep on my app on my phone. And I had a smartwatch. So I actually tracked that when I was taking the Relax, and I did the Relax every day for 30 days. And my quality of sleep significantly improved. Like I could visually see on my app, the quality of sleep was far significantly improved. So you have non-REM sleep and you have REM sleep, and you want that non-REM. That's that rapid eye movement where you're getting that deep sleep. So that part of it really improved for me. And so when I am having that anxiety before bed, I take the relax. During the day, I might also have to take that a couple of times as well. But I also enjoy taking this one too. And this is one of my favorites. This is our happy. And this is for mood and energy and just feeling good. Just generally, when you start feeling kind of that afternoon crash, you start getting tired. This is my go-to. So I'm not drinking as much coffee because that's not good either. So I love this one. This one has hemp in it, sea buckthorn. Like, the other thing I want to mention with these products too that I actually love is that you don't need a degree in like food science to understand what's in these products. You can literally read the ingredients. There's no secrets. There's no mystery. There's nothing hidden in them. And that's what I really loved, because I've had a lot of challenges with my health after my car accident. And one of the things that I was really adamant about was kind of stepping away from pills. I didn't like pills. I've been a person like that my whole life. And I didn't have time for powders and diets and all this stuff because I actually have three sons, but I have two twins and they're very young and very busy. And I don't have time for that. So these products, you can take them anywhere. You know what's in them. There's nothing toxic, nothing unhealthy. They're made from like plant DNA. And I personally think they all taste good. And then, there's nothing unhealthy in them. That's the main thing, right? Because a lot of supplements that you get, you don't know what you're really getting in them because the ingredients are like long. They're like this long to read. And if you can pronounce them or even know what they are, that's hard to do. So I love this one. Again, this is the happy. This one is for mood, concentration. It also helps with that, I find, as well. And then the other one that I take quite regularly, and this is our award-winning product, and it's our DRW. So this one, during 2020, everybody knows about 2020 and what was going on then. So this one here was a #1 product for immune. And this one here is a AAA rated product, and it tastes amazing. And it honestly, I notice when I take this regularly, I used to get really sick. I was the type of person that I'd get like really bad lung infections. Every time I'd get a cold, like it would just drag on and on and on. I'd have to go get antibiotics and puffers and all these things. And this now, when I get a cold, it lasts like 3 days. I don't even get all of the symptoms that I used to get. And my kids are in kindergarten, so they bring everything home and they give it to me. So for Mother's Day, they gave me a cold. And I didn't get as sick as I could have been. I had the sneezing, of course, but I took the GRW and the alts and the air. And within a couple days, I was back to good, like back to normal. I did have a sneeze, but I didn't have the runny eyes and the stuffy nose and the stuff that I normally get like really bad. So those three, if you're sick, cold and flu, allergies, like amazing products, amazing. And they all taste good too. That's the other thing. So yeah, that's been my experience with them. Especially with the alts, that one I notice if you have allergies, because I live rural in the country, so we have all the farms out here and they're laying manure and they're laying hay and doing all the stuff. So I get runny eyes. I don't get that anymore since I started taking these regular. Like I just don't get that anymore at all. So I'm able to spend more time outside. But yeah, that's been my experience with most of the products. I've had really good results.
Thank you so much. I forgot. I almost completely forgot about the happy. The happy's so good. If you have to go to a family event that you're not really looking forward to, happy is a really great thing to take before you go. And maybe take it with you so you can have one in about 2 or 3 hours when the family clown comes out and you can't handle him or her anymore. I have had several people have really great experiences around the holidays because that seems to be the most stressed out time. I have a very small family, so for me, I don't have those issues, but I coach on those almost all day long. Like it's crazy. And I do want to go back to this product for just a second. Amanda did mention that in 2020, this won an award out of 423 products. This one, number one, it's the number one immune booster in the world. I don't know where we're at right now, but that year we won number one. So that's a pretty big deal. And yes, everything is made from the DNA of the plant. So everything is different. So if you are, let's say, allergic to grapes, this will not bother you if it has grapes in it. Because it's from the DNA of the plant, it metabolizes different. So one of our ladies has huge allergies. She is literally allergic to almost everything. And she hasn't been able to get nutrition into her body for years. And so she started using these, and she is a different human being. Different. I mean, she doesn't have any allergies to any of the products. She can take all of them. And that's huge. These two will, oh my gosh, I can't, like, I don't even know if I want to talk about everyone that I've helped this with. So I've had people who have been on oxygen tanks come off the oxygen tank with this product here. Air is it's a relatively new product. Pardon me. It's a relatively new product for us, but it cleans up your lungs like nobody's business. Hang on, I'm just gonna. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Ooh, something just, when you swallow your own stuff by accident. I don't want to get gross, but yeah, I just swallowed some of my own mucus. Anyways, air is huge. So I am a sufferer my whole life. I'm now 63 years old. I probably now have less allergies than I did in the last 2 to 3 years. These two I couple these up for allergies. I mean, you'd probably be okay with just this one, but I like both of them because this one works so incredibly well on the lungs. It will literally clean out your lungs like nobody's business. And I also have found that when I've had a mild fever, this has actually taken it down. And I don't know how that works. I just know that that's what I did and that's what happened. And that's all I can tell you. But this product was the product that I got hooked on. And when I ordered, oh, wait, how much time I just want to know where we're at with time. Okay, good. So when I ordered the product, so I signed up right at the beginning of December. It might have been, even November 31st or 30th or something like that. But I by the time I got the product, we were already into December because I'm in Canada and it takes a little bit longer for it to get here. So I had ordered the entire diamond package, right? Which is the biggest package. I think you signed up with the diamond package as well, Amanda, right? It's actually the best deal because there's so many. When you calculate everything out, it gives you like tons of free product when you buy it. And it also gives you the highest amount. So you actually, when you sign someone up, you get 30%. So by signing up as a diamond, you get 30% of whoever else you sign up. And there's a scale, like it goes from 15 to, 20, then 25, then 30, and so on and so forth. But this product was the one. So I had just received my package and it was huge because I had, the big one, but I had a really busy day because I run 6 businesses. Any given day is pretty much busy for me, but this day was extra busy. I was doing conferences and talking and speaking and this and that. So I got it, by the time I picked it up from my concierge in my building, it was late in the night and I had to carry it all the way over. And so I just kind of left it over here by the table right beside my desk and thought, okay, I'll deal with this tomorrow. And the next day, I guess maybe because I was so run down, whatnot, I had woken up and I couldn't breathe. Like my sinuses were messed up in a horrifying kind of way. I think this was all done on purpose. My ears don't even plug up that often, and my ears were plugged up. I woke up with a sore throat and one of those tickles. When you get the tickle here, and this is now going to turn into a cough for sure. I had all of that. That's what I woke up with, and a sinus headache, of course, because I'd suffered from sinusitis my whole life, literally since I was 6 years old, if not maybe more, or even earlier, but 6 is what I can remember. Antibiotics in my system all over the place because that was the only thing that could work on it. Also bronchitis. Bronchitis, also antibiotics. So very connected. So I wake up that day and my sponsor's not here right now, but the lady who signed me up, I called her up. I said, Linda, I go, this is how I feel. Can you tell me which out of all those products? And by then we didn't have 19 back then. I think we only had maybe 14 or 15. I said, which one can I use for this, this, and this? And she goes, use this one. She goes, use that one. She goes, you can use some of the other ones. Also like for inflammation, because it's always good to partner up SLD because of the inflammation, right? Anytime you can take down inflammation, that's good. You can't go wrong with it. So she said, and don't be afraid to take like 5 or 6 of them throughout the day. Like you don't need to just have like one. So I took 2. I thought, let me just do things my way. Let's bombard it. So I took 2. We didn't even have this product yet. This was in the last year and a bit. So I took 2. I went about my busy, crazy day. I didn't really think about anything. I left the box here. I thought, okay, just to remind myself to take it again. Then I took another one, a few hours later, then another one. And I think I'd gotten to about 5 or 6, and it was maybe 5 o'clock at night. And I'm going, wait a minute. I feel better. And I don't have a cough. This little tickle went away. There was no cough. There was no sore throat. One ear completely unplugged. The other one was kind of like thinking about it and not quite unplugged. The sinuses were not the greatest. There was still a little bit of a sinusy type headache going on, but not really. And I hadn't taken any Advil usually. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have said. Anyways, I hadn't taken anything. And I'm like, wait a minute, I feel like so much better. So I call up Linda. I go, hey, my one ear is completely unplugged. The other one is almost unplugged. I don't have a sore throat. I don't have a cough. And my sinuses are better, but I can still feel them. She goes, yeah. She goes, you should be good by tomorrow. And I'm like, what? No way. Like this is usually a sign of me suffering for the next 2 weeks. What are you talking about? This should be good by tomorrow. She goes, yeah, take some more, go get some rest, blah, blah, blah. I wake up in the morning the next day, and I am not joking. This thing is magic. Nothing. Both ears unplugged, no sore throat, no cough, no sinus issues, no headaches, no, I feel horrible, no mucus, nothing. So yes, I spent a little bit of money on this, but I didn't have to buy cough syrup. I didn't have to buy any kind of painkillers. I did not have to go and pay for my antibiotics. I did not have to go to the doctor and waste my time or his. Well, okay, he's getting paid, so he's happy. But anyway, I could not believe the power of this. This is what it looks like. It's purple and it tastes freaking amazing. And I'm going to tell you that this thing has saved my life. I do not. So for 3 months in spring and 2 months in the fall, I would have to take a product that is liquid, that is a really good anti-inflammatory for allergies. I won't say the name, but it does kind of sort of rhyme at the end with frills. But anyways, and not with the S, because I made it different. But that has gotten me off of that. So can you imagine taking an over-the-counter type medicine, still not natural, still not made from the DNA of the plant? And I forgot to mention that they're all infused with negative ions. So, and they're all 100%, well, up to 100% absorbability, right? Which is insane to be able to do that. And that's because it's a candy and we're sucking on it and it's getting absorbed through the mucosa. It's not going into the stomach and getting absorbed there. That's why it's so effective. And infused with negative ions, if you don't know what they are, you must have heard of grounding by now. Everybody talks about grounding. And so when you go to like outside and you're walking barefoot to help ground, that's negative ions. So if you have positive ions, you want to not have those, and you want to have as many negative ones as you possibly can to balance yourself out, to alkalinize yourself. Like it's just a lot of everything that's good for you, basically, and just balance. And this too will do the same type of thing without you taking anything. So if you absolutely cannot take anything, you can always wear this, that's for sure. But this, and they're sweet, but they're not disgusting, and there's no sugar. There might be a light coat of sugar around it, but basically the sweet in these all comes from beetroot sugar and molasses. If you know anything about molasses, you will know that it is filled with mega good things for you. In fact, you should all Google these if you don't believe me, because beetroot and molasses are two of the most healthiest things you could ever imagine. And to have all this wrapped up in a very convenient little candy that you can take with you and cut the little thing as the day goes through. That's what I do. And I cut little pieces like this to take, with me to the park, just in case I am going to get an allergy. I don't know what happened this year. Either I've cleaned out, because where's that MLS? So if you have allergies like I did, I highly recommend that you spend quite a bit of these. Spend some time with MLS. And we're not talking about the real estate MLS. We're talking about MLS that kills off parasites and just boosts the crap out of your microbiome and balances the living daylights out of you. And when you've cleaned up some of that, this works better. And we have something called the metabolic reset for people who have really messed up microbiomes. Before you would go on, and we're doing another relaunch and another weight loss journey with this. Before you would take these, if you could take the whole kit, the whole metabolic reset, to help you reset your microbiome, basically, this will work even better, even better. And if you don't go to a wedding and eat like I did and drink, and then you go to a birthday party and you don't do what I did, you will lose. I probably could have lost 25 pounds, honestly, 20 for sure. For sure. I'm 5'7". I'm not a small girl, so I'm going to lose at least 20 pounds in a month, if not more. You know what? Had I been a little more careful, because, you go to a wedding, I'm Croatian, it's Italians, Croatians, Greeks, we all have the same thing. They send you home with desserts, and now you have desserts for 3 days instead of 1 day, 2 days. So it's not a 1 day. A wedding is never a 1 day event for us. It's like 2, 3, 4 days. I actually just went to a bridal shower, and I came home and I gave it to my dog sitter. So that's the only way I can get around that one. I love my food. If you're like me, this is your new best friend. So yeah, I could talk about these products all day long. What else haven't I mentioned?
Can I talk about power for a second?
Please.
Okay. So Marianne was talking about the metabolic reset, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell them one that I really, really love, the power. So we have power available in lemon and apricot. So everybody has male and female. So you can take both. Actually, it's probably recommended that you do because everybody has estrogen and testosterone. So we want to make sure those levels are balanced. But I had my twins and my hormones were a little bit off. So I was having some stuff related to menopausal symptoms, mood, and hair issues with my hair, which now I take the Power Apricot and I take the BTY a couple times a month, and my hair is actually wonderful now. And the most importantly with the Power, I was getting a lot of night sweats because that's a common thing when your hormones are all kind of out of balance. You get the night sweats and you get forgetful and you get a little moody and you get a little out of sorts. So I started taking the Power Apricot. I started with that one and then I did a couple weeks just on that one, and then I threw the Power Lemon in there. And I don't get night sweats as often anymore. I might get one every month, maybe. And that's normally because I probably haven't drank enough water for the day. Because you should drink water when you're on these just to move everything through. Like I drink a lot of water. But this one here, the Power Apricot and the Power Lemon, this is the lemon, I think, that I have in my hand.
Okay.
But yes, these ones work, especially if you're trying to, get things back kind of normal. And I noticed with this, it didn't take long. Like I probably started taking it and a week later, I did not have those night sweats anymore. And I just felt like a lot calmer, like things were a little more balanced. So yeah, this one's really good. And it actually helped with if you get a monthly cycle and you're a woman, it's great for that. And it helps with libido for both female and male. So this is the one.
It sure does. Apparently that one that Amanda is holding up, and I don't know, I'm not a man, but I have had many customers tell me that lots of things are better in the bedroom for them. Especially, men, you know what, men even sometimes over 40 or 45, it doesn't need to be over 50 and over 60 and all of that. And some people over 60 do quite well. I too, she is not in menopause. She just has maybe she's got early onset perimenopause, but I'm in menopause. So I have the hardcore menopause. And this isn't an argument. I don't really want it. I don't want to win, but I'm the one with menopause here. And I also take Power, both of them. We call it Power for women and then Power for men, but really we all have both estrogen and testosterone, and we both males and females have to balance both of them. And I have found that since I take these, that I have not been getting up at night to go to the bathroom as much. It seems to have strengthened my bladder as well as my kidneys, and that's what a lot of us are reporting. So that's kind of actually worked out really, really well. I'm glad you covered that one. I wanted to talk just briefly, but I don't have one, is if you're diabetic. Because you think you might not be able to take this because of the sugar, you can mostly. Now we have a friend that is diabetic 1, and she's also has taken them. Type 2 diabetes is easier to deal with, and they do quite well. But we also have something called NRM, and that actually brings your blood sugar down really quickly. Nikki usually talks about that one because she took that one and she couldn't believe her numbers went down so quickly. And you can take 1 or 2 and they taste great. You could take them on the road. They're so easy to carry. So the reason I put on my glasses is because they're so cool. And I look really good, but also because the print on this is very little, and I want to read. Okay, let me see again the time wise. How much time I have? Oh yeah, I'm good. I wanted to read you some of the ingredients so that you would understand what is in these and what they do. And so I'm just gonna read air because it's got a lot. Oh, HPR. We didn't cover HPR. Does anyone have an HPR handy?
I do.
HPR is a liver support / mild detox. Mild detox meaning you could detox your liver and be in bed all day. Like you could have flu-like symptoms if you're not careful. So this will just give you a mild detox and you can carry on with your day, as well as it gives you a liver support. Huge, huge, huge important organ to keep balanced is liver, because it balances it balances the hormones, and it cleans out pretty much all the gunk out of our body. So it is constantly working. And I can't stress this enough. It's super important. Now, if you're going out and you know you're partying and you know you're going to be drinking, you should take HPR and no hangover. And if you
This
do
one-
have a hangover, take 2, and it'll help you recover quicker.
And this one too is good for environmental toxins because we pick those up every day, like with household cleaners, products, everything. That's what I like about this one because at least I know like I'm getting something good for that.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I am going to read a little bit about, okay, so now that we just talked about HPR, let's talk about HPR here. So a natural detox and mild cleansing process. HPR is an amazing defense against toxic chemicals and free radicals. HPR helps the body digest fatty foods. So for those people who have a fatty liver, I'm one of them. But it's from foods, it's not from alcohol. I don't really drink that much, but I sure as heck like my sugar. In a food, preferably in a carrot cake, a cheesecake, or ice cream. Yeah, that would be my choice. Anyways, digest fatty foods, and it is a natural appetite suppressant. I haven't really found that to be true, but okay, I'll take it. If it's maybe it suppresses a little bit of my appetite. I don't know. I still like my ice cream. Happy, which was the one that Amanda was talking about, which is the one that I suggested you take to a family gathering. This hemp seed based drop helps you enjoy the moment, literally phrased that way. Cope with your daily tasks with a renewed energy for body and mind. Manage daily stress and depression. Maintain a healthy appetite and boost metabolism. So the fact that it boosts metabolism, you know I'm going to take it, right? I don't suffer really from anxiety, but I hear that anyone who may have some issues with anxiety would absolutely benefit greatly from Happy and Relax. So if you could upside down. And so if you can get those two together, it seems to be doing wonders for people who have any kind of anxiety. I want to read about the BTY a little bit. And BTY isn't just about your skin's collagen production and elasticity. It also supports scalp health and hair vitality. Build a healthy immune response and cellular renewal. So really, if you read, what it does, BTY and GRW, you can't go wrong. Like both of them are going to boost your immune system, and you're going to grow hair and nails from it. Like it's just going to it's going to give life to your body, basically, is the way that's going to roll. I want to read air. Okay, so air helps you, if anyone's got air and you want to hold up a box, that's great. Air helps you breathe better while offering immune system support and increase lung capacity, fight fatigue, dizziness, and oxidative stress while boosting physical and emotional endurance. Helps increase absorption of nutrients from food. Okay, I want to talk about brain because that's an important one too. Well, they're all important.
I have the air up here, Marianne.
Excellent. So that's what the air is. That's what I just read a little bit ago. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna read the ingredients on air because I want you to see, and I may go through all the products, but okay, so maca peruviana, poppy, African white aloe, Rosa majalis, goji berry, amla Indian gooseberry, cranberry, lemon, black currant, vitamin C, vitamin D3, zinc, citrate. That's air. Did I read MLS yet? No. But I did read, where's HPR? Because I wanted to read you that. Okay, so HPR is the one for the liver. Artichoke leaf, dandelion root, milk thistle, turmeric, peach, avocado, and raisin. Pretty cool, eh? Very, very clean products. I do want to read the alt and what it does, because also we talked a lot about alt today. So alt, easy breathing. No joke. No joke. Your breathing will actually become easier. Helps support breathing and helps the body's natural defenses against environmental irritants and airborne particles that can impair regular breathing, boosts your vitality and microvascular systems. All that in one little candy. Happy. Did I already read happy? I did?
I think so.
Happy. The hemp seed based drop helps you enjoy the moment. Oh, yeah, I did that. Okay. Oh, I forgot about ice. Does anyone have a box of ice they want to show? I'll go through. Oh, you do have it. Okay, so I'll read ice. Ice contains cooling botanicals recognized for helping support the natural ability to regulate normal digestion. So for all you people who have digestive enzymes, this is the world's greatest digestive enzyme that I've ever used, and I'll tell you more why. Digestion, heartburn, upset stomach, elimination, and mobilize healthy immune defenses. So again, it will boost your immune system. All of our products have the capability of decreasing inflammation, all of them. But SLD focuses on that in like the worst way. Like it's like you will see results literally in like 10-15 minutes. Ice has been known to have the capability of turning like a small gallstone into powder and just urinating it out of your body. Who is not blown away by just that? I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but I said it. So there. MLS helps activate the nutritional support your body needs to maintain microbial balance, gastrointestinal well-being, and digestive processes. Immune health starts in the gut. If this is the first time you're hearing this, where the heck have you been? We've been talking about this for years, and it's literally everywhere on the internet, on TV. Like, come on. Anyways, NRM. I want to talk about that. That's the one nobody seems to have a box of that. It helps maintain the body's natural glucose metabolism already within the normal range, overcome occasional fatigue as your blood sugar levels are balanced. I will also tell you that NRM has been known to help decrease some of my sugar cravings. Like I definitely have seen that. PFT. Oh, here, I think Rosemary's got NRM. There you go. Blood sugar issues. For diabetics and insulin resistant. I am insulin resistant, which means I could become diabetic if I'm not careful. So I can take NRM, no problem. PFT, which is the one, Pac-Man for visceral fat. That's how I see it. It's called perfect. So PFT stands for perfect. Is for your healthiest weight and healthiest body. PFT is designed to assist you on the journey of achieving your ideal body. Live an active life without counting calories. Hallelujah. Who wants to count calories? You'll stand on the scale with confidence. Anybody here like counting calories or counting anything really. I don't even want to count. I mean, the only thing I want to count is my weight going down backwards. So I don't mind counting that. Okay, I do want to go through SLD because it's such a pivotal product. So SLD is the anti-inflammatory that we were talking about earlier. So it supports joint relief and ease of movement for everyday aches and pains. Let your body thrive with SLD and support the successful recovery from physical overexertion and daily activity. So I am going to tell you if we still have an SLD somewhere. SLD, STP. So SLD and STP. So the one Amanda's holding up or was upside down, and this one, these two. So this one is more specifically for pain, but the SLD is going to take care of a lot of pain because if there's inflammation, there's pain. Like that's what happens. Like if you have inflammation, it is inevitable that you're going to have pain. There's like it's almost impossible to have one without the other. And if you're having surgery, so this is what I've been giving to people with surgeries plus the grow, right? The grow, where is it? Where did I put it now? Anyways, grow, because it boosts your immune system. And when you're in recovery from any kind of surgical anything, you want to boost your immune system always, because the stronger your immune system is, the quicker your recovery will be. This and SLD will help to boost your recovery. This takes away a lot of the pain, and it actually, like I can see the fibers getting fixed up on the inside of the body, right? And then when SLD removes a lot of the inflammation, when you can remove inflammation from your body, that's when repair can actually happen. And that's when you get better. And so the grow will also give you a little bit of relief from the inflammation, but not as much, especially if you're having surgery or anything like that. You really want that. We've had incredible results with people who have had fibromyalgia. Oh my gosh, fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. I've never seen such fast results because people with fibromyalgia are in pain all the time. And that's because they're inflamed all the time. Who can blame them? You give them one of these and you give them a SLD, you will see results. They will see results probably within 10 to 15 to 20 minutes if they're really slow. No joke. Like people have done it at like trade shows where, you know, Rosemary knows all about trade shows because there's like people in your face all the time. We've had people take them and have results instantly, like almost like barely 10 minutes goes by because they're that sensitive. So I have a lot of clients that have fibromyalgia, and I do, you know, energy healing and all that kind of stuff. But I do want to read some of the ingredients. Much time? What's it? Yeah, we're good. Okay, I want to talk about Grow because it did win the award. So here's the ingredients for Grow: European olive leaf, echinacea root, astragalus root, reishi mushroom, ashwagandha, balsam pear, aloe vera, cranberry, bilberry, pomegranate, rowan berry, husk tomato, and black currant. All of that is in that cute little purple candy that will make you feel better. No wonder it won an award. I do want to tell you the ingredients for brain because this is important, because brain will work on any kind of neurological issue. I have found not just in the brain, it just happens to be, most of the issues happen to be in the brain. And I've got someone now who's got, I think they have a tumor around their pineal gland. And then there's also, yeah, anyway. So we're going to talk about that. Okay, BRN, ashwagandha root, ginkgo leaf, green tea, Siberian ginseng, magnolia vine, water hyssop, damiana. No wonder. Damiana is used sometimes in when you have really horrible period cramps because it calms the body down. Astragalus root, asparagus root, ginger root, turmeric, ginseng, bilberry, apple, and coffee. Yep, you heard that right. Take it in the morning. Or it'll keep you up. Alt, green tea, Buckles skullcap, astragalus root, ginger, licorice root, eucalyptus, mangosteen, grapeseed, blackcurrant, and ashberry. There was, oh, MLS. Did I read MLS already? No, I didn't. Okay, so here's the ingredients for MLS. Thyme, ginger, cinnamon bark, turmeric root, clove. Oh, cloves are amazing. They're so powerful. Licorice root, chamomile flower, echinacea root, artichoke leaf, fenugreek seed, dandelion root, coriander seed, cranberry, papaya, mandarin, grapefruit, blackcurrant, oro blanco, which I'm not sure what that is, and pumpkin seed. That is in MLS. There is no way that you are not going to be feeling better after taking this. MLS is amazing. I give it to my dog. And so that's another one. I give MLS sometimes, and I give Relax when he needs it only. And I give the new one, the stem cell regenerator, because my dog is 10 and a half and I want him to live forever. It's okay. I'm not delusional. Everybody just relax. I know he's going to go sometime. I'm just saying, I want him to live as long as possible and, as healthy as possible, because that, that's important. So I do want to read what STP does, because it stops the pain. So it soothes the nervous tension, mild aches and pains, while calming occasional physical discomfort, aids the recovery and repair process as it increases circulation. So that's two products that we have that increase circulation specifically. So Stop is really good for that. So sometimes if I'm taking Stop, I don't need to take the Heart, I guess, because, and when I travel, I don't want to take 15 of them with me, not that I take 15 every day, but I only take the allergy ones and the cold ones when I have to, right? I don't take them every single day. I know some people do. I have some older people like in their 80s that have issues with their lungs. So I do other things with them as well. And while we're on the topic of lungs, so air is a perfect product for that. It really does help to eat away at whatever's in there that's bothering you. But you have to understand that as we get older, our lungs tend to shrivel up a little bit. So they get smaller and smaller. And when they get smaller and they shrivel up, you automatically don't have the capacity that you had when you were younger. So we have to, so this is the issue now with getting older, is with my yoga classes for myself are getting longer and longer, because I got to stretch this, then I got to stretch that. It's no longer just for, hey, for my Zen moment. It's now because if I want to walk that day, I'm going to have to stretch out my hips and everything else. And so one of the things that I do with my clients, and I teach meditation here too. So when I teach meditation, and even with my coaching clients and all kinds of, is breath work, right? So you take large amounts of oxygen into your body and into your brain. And if you are a little bit short on oxygen, which we most of the time are, it's like water. You have to consume a lot of water. Water is good for you. It has to carry out all the toxins out of your body. So, most of us are at least mildly dehydrated all the time. Like we're just not drinking enough water. And so you have to keep an eye out on how much water you're drinking. And also, even almost more importantly, is the quality of your water. So for me, I have a Kangen. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a countertop device that costs $5,000, but it makes your water alkaline. It's amazing. I also have the one for the shower, so I shower in it as well. But so water's super important. So what I do with the breathing is, you want to do as much, sort of bring in as much oxygen as you can, right? So it's like, it's not like that, right? Like that's what we all do, right? It's more like, and that's a proper inhale, and that's a fast inhale. So I do some inhaling exhaling pretty quickly, pretty deeply. And I can go deep and, you know, because I've been doing this for a long time. And every once in a while, I'll do like a breathing thing where I'm expanding my lungs. And so I'll hold my breath. And so I used to be able to hold my breath for nearly 4 minutes. And I've strayed so far away from that. So now I'm at about 2.5 minutes. And sometimes I can only do 2 minutes. It just depends on what kind of a hurry I'm in. And it's like I need a lot of prep to get it up. So I'm back to doing that. I want to get up to hopefully 3 minutes soon. And then maybe I think the last thing I did was 3 minutes and 15 seconds, but that was sometime last year. The last thing I did this year so far has been 2.5 minutes, which is pretty good, right? But if you hold that breath, and you don't have to do it for that long, you could just go and hold it for like 10 seconds, you know, and I do this while I'm counting, right? Or you can go and just go for like 20 seconds. 20 seconds, not that bad. I had one lady last week and she goes, oh my God, I'm so dizzy. Yeah, you're going to get dizzy if you're bringing in a tremendous amount of oxygen into your brain and your body, and you're short on it, but you don't know that you're short on it. You're going to get a little dizzy. So do it sitting down and stay seated until you feel okay. Make sure you have water or whatever, or something that's going to hydrate you anyways, and do that. And then she wasn't even thinking. So last week she did it for 8 seconds, and this week she did it for 14 seconds. So that was really good. And I'm like, you know what? Even when you don't know, you're just going to naturally expand your lungs. And who cares? Do it for 5 seconds, and then tomorrow do it for 6. Then do it for 7, or, you know, go slow, do what you need to do. But it does help. It does expand the lungs. And I can even feel it now when I'm in the morning, along with water and everything else I do. I also do some deep breathing because it's a different energy when your body is full of oxygen. Like now you're raring to go and you're much more alkaline, and you can do things like there's just more energy in your body, and you don't feel, I don't know, God, you feel old. You know, when I go to some of my circles, and I live in a building that has, you know, quite a few elderly people that have downsized into, you know, nice condos and stuff. And we get together and they're like, so what medications are you on? Like, I'm not on any medication. And they're like, what? You can't be serious. You can't be serious that you're not on any medication. Like, you must be on at least one. And I'm like, no, I sometimes will take a painkiller that I don't want to say their name, but I said it earlier. We'll take that if I have, I don't know, some sort of a really hardcore ache. Usually it's related to my lower back or something like that, or my hip, because I have a hip injury. But I have also someone who comes to my home, and we do fascia release massages. So it's so amazing. And fascia stretch, like they're just amazing. And I like osteopaths a lot, and I like massage a lot. And I do yoga every morning. I have to. I just walk better. I move better. Everything is better. If I don't have time, obviously, sometimes, you know, I have to do some Speedy Gonzalez version of it, but I like it when I have time. And you know what? Everyone should have a morning ritual, because I feel like if I don't have my meditation and my yoga, I feel like I'm off kilter and I'm just not going to be as productive. And I'm just like the whole day, I'm just not ready. I feel like I'm rushed, and I don't feel like I'm ready, you know? How many of you guys have a morning routine and then an evening routine too, right? Because you got to calm down from the day, because we're all a little hyper, right? Well, I know I am. I should speak for myself. I know Amanda is, because she talked about us and, you know, some of our phone conversation. Okay, so you need this. What else do you need? What? Okay, you know, sometimes I have to apologize and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm in a hurry. But what else do you need? Can you write down what you need so I can send it to the client? You know, it's like, I'm like, don't get offended, because there's no time. I don't have time to get offended. Oh, I do want to tell you what's in the GTS, because this is what Amanda exchanged her energy drinks. Let's not name any names for this one. GTS also has, just so you know, GTS and BRN. Actually, BRN, the one for the brain and the nerves, has the most amount of, let's call them antioxidants. There's a word that I probably shouldn't say. It begins with a C. It's got a lot of those kind of things, and so does GTS. You can all message me privately and I'll be happy to tell you what it is. So GTS, green tea. Who knew? Green tea is so good for you. Siberian ginseng, magnolia vine, water hyssop, ashwagandha root, pineapple, gooseberry, and apple. Ashwagandha is in BRN. It is in most of our products. Most of our products have ashwagandha. If you just try to go to the store to buy ashwagandha on its own, you're going to pay an arm and a leg. So I'm telling you, this is already a really good deal. And I'm just going to tell you PFT. Hello, Michelle. So PFT's ingredients are ginger root, psyllium, plantain flaxseed, aloe vera leaf and gel, Garcinia cambogia, moringa leaves, turmeric, tomato, B2, riboflavin, B6, niacin, B3, brown algae. Gotta take that one more often. Beetroot, barley, seeds, pod pepper, thiamine, and B1 chromium picolinate. Oh my God, all of that in PFT. No wonder you can lose weight with it. No wonder it eats away at the visceral fat. Anyways, yes. So if you are going to do anything with PFT, please come talk to me first. Let's discuss it. PFT is amazing. But like I said, if you can do a metabolic reset prior to that, that will help you, or at least during. So for the whole month that you're going to immediately try the PFT, at least take the metabolic reset with it. And you absolutely, hands down, you can weigh yourself for sure to see what the pound is. But above all of that is you want to take measurements, because while I only lost 16 pounds, and even though I cheated twice, I lost 4 inches in my hips, which is insane for 1 month. And I lost 3.5 inches in my waist. Now, I'm a big girl, so don't be expecting to, do that if you're, a tiny, tiny person. But that's where we found, all of us that did it, there was 39 of us that did it. We all found that we lost more inches than we did pounds. And some people lost 18 pounds, and the guys all lost quicker because guys just do that. It's okay. I'm not jealous, really. No. And so, all of us lost weight, all of us, every single one, all of us felt better. All of us could see it on pictures. So take pictures of yourself, but like, absolutely. And if you skip all of that, because you're just not going to listen to me, which is fine, at least measure yourself, because you will be blown away. Now, we had to get the kind of scale that shows you the visceral fat measurement. So we had to see everything. Like we had a whole list of things we had to take pictures and send it in, because we were actually doing the whole thing. But really good, like really, really good. That kind of a scale, totally worth it. I'm so happy I have it now, because now I'm like, wow, I actually lost visceral fat. Like I actually lost 2 or 3 or 4 pounds of just that, which is crazy. Like that's a lot for visceral fat, because fat's, I don't know, it's not that heavy, right? Have you ever seen people carry and show you, this is what 5 pounds of fat look like? It's like a lot of stuff. It's a lot. You lose 5 pounds of that stuff and you're happy, man. Whew, I'm telling you. Anyways, with that, I just want to mention, we just changed yesterday. We now have free shipping for all of US and all of Canada, which is insanely amazing. So if you're interested, please connect with me or any one of these ladies, and we will be more than happy to help you. And I look forward to talking with you. please connect with me. I would love to help you feel better and help you age backwards. So that ends that segment. And I know that the two of you have to leave shortly, but if you want to stay with us, you're more than welcome to.